I'm going to place one more thing on the table on the issue of time before we try to engage the audience here. And that's an extraordinary project that Fred is involved in at Arizona State University called eAdvisor. I visited your website yesterday and was blown away by the remarkable sophistication of the student tracking and the help with choice making. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, eAdvisor is a way of restructuring the university around the student. At Arizona State University, we have 255 majors, which is a case study in too many choices. But what we've done for each major is we've built a major map that maps out term 1, term 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for each term, it tells the students exactly what courses they need to take to stay on track. The goal is to make it, the student would have to choose to go off track. The default choice is to stay on track. Within each term, especially in the first 4 terms, so freshman and sophomore year, we have what are called critical courses. And these are diagnostic. These were developed by the faculty or identified by the faculty in order to say that the student must take this course in this semester in order to do well. So you have to take organic chemistry before taking certain nutrition courses, for example. So it's got to come before, and there needs to be a certain grade level achieved. Students who go off track receive an intervention, and that's usually academic advising, but if they go off track twice, that is if they miss 2 critical courses, then we have a more severe intervention, which might be a mandatory change of major, or it might mean mandatory tutoring, or it might mean some type of change. There's something wrong, and something's got to happen twice off track. This process does, parents love it because it maps out the entire 4-year degree program. It shows exactly what students have to take. It gives students and their parents an opportunity to sit down on the web and say, okay, what are you taking next semester, so that parents can become involved in the decision-making process instead of just everybody just saying, well, I don't know what's going on, but we hope the student graduates in 4 years. The other thing that it really helps us with is forecasting within the university. It's possible for the effective school director now to go into the major map dashboard and figure out exactly how many seats are needed in any given course during a year. So if I am director of the School of Chemistry and I'm trying to figure out how many sections of organic chemistry I need, I could go in, run the query, and say, how many majors at the university are requiring organic chemistry and how many are requiring it in the fall semester. Now, we know that there will always be variations, and some people will not take the courses in the right sequence, but it does give us a benchmark on how many seats we need so that we're able to offer the students who have to have that course the seats they need in that course. So that can become an important planning tool in order to give students the classes they need to graduate. We usually do that inside of our own academic units, but it's more difficult when we're trying to accommodate students from other academic units who need to take our courses. It also provides the opportunity for a trigger when an academic unit changes their requirements. So if the School of Construction says, well, we're going to drop the requirement for public speaking, then all of a sudden that can trigger something so that the communication department knows that there will be 400 fewer students needing public speaking next year. So this helps us maximize the university's resources as well. Overall, then, the eAdvisor and the major maps help us build the university around the students so that we're scheduling the classes that the students need rather than the classes that the faculty want to teach, which is an ongoing struggle. But Arizona, the economy is rough. We simply can't be offering classes that only faculty want to teach and no students need nor want and still make our budget. This also doesn't help us keep our students on track to graduation. So departments are not allowed to offer all of these electives unless they've met the needs for all the requirements, if that makes sense. Is that you have to fill your base before you can offer other kinds of classes. And that helps us make our budget, and it does help us keep our students on track. So the total effect of eAdvisor is not yet known. Betty Capaldi came to Arizona State University from Florida, where she developed a similar system, coming to Arizona State University about 4 years ago, and we have increased our freshman retention rate by 10%, and this has been a big part of it. It's not the only thing she's done, but it is a big element of what she's done, and it's already demonstrated a big effect. So we're looking forward to the impact on the graduation rate in a few short years.
Good, Fred. I also noticed that one data point that shows some level of success here is that you've taken a fact where 22% of your students were you consider to be on the correct course path for their majors, and have increased that to 95% of students now are on the right track to complete their majors, which is an extraordinary improvement. There's one other thing I want to tease out here a little bit because it relates to our conversation with Barry, and that is helping students make that big choice at the beginning. There's some part of the tool which helps them interact with the system, answers questions about their special interests, that sort of thing.
Right. Through University College, we help students find the right major. We believe that if the students find the right major early on, they're more likely to succeed. So when a few years ago, just 1/3 of the freshman class were undeclared, that doesn't work. It just doesn't work in this day and age. So what we do is we have a program in major and career exploration that is pre-admission. Students can come to us when they're in high school, when they're thinking about coming to ASU. They can come to us during the summer. They can come to us at any point in time. Go online, take our CUTR exams, which are connected directly to ASU majors, and we try to help students get into the right major through a fairly elaborate program in major and career exploration, which has proven to be successful. So right now, we can expect about 7% of our students to come in exploring possible majors. When they come in, though, they have to take a course in major and career exploration every semester that they are looking for the right major. So it's a very active process. We do sort of force that concept of choice, saying you need to make a choice. And again, it's all these, so much of what was said this morning resonates with what goes on with our students. If you want chicken, it doesn't matter if it's chicken cordon bleu or chicken cacciatore, just chicken. It'll work. You'll be full, right? So don't worry about it. It'll be okay. So we want to get the students into the right major so that they can stay on track.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Is this something that is homegrown at ASU, or can folks buy the product? How do they add eAdvisor to their approach?
Well, anybody can go on our website and look. It was very carefully designed by Betty, and I know that she is working with some Pearson or maybe some other people to see how it might be able to turn made into a product that can be used at other universities. So
just Google eAdvisor and ASU and you'll land there. I recommend it to everyone. It's really an extraordinary, very intuitive tool.